evening and you're watching The Big Story with me, Apni Raja. Let's take a quick look at the headlines first. Black New Year for farmers across the country. Data from the state of Karnataka reveals over 3,000 farmers have committed suicide in the last 5 years. It's a mega mirror now impact after we question the Bengaluru police for curtailing celebrations to avoid untoward incidents. Bengaluru police finally takes charge, deploys additional forces and puts special arrangements in place for New Year's Eve. Relief for Lieutenant Colonel Prasad Purohit and 6 others accused in the 2008 Malegaon blast case. Special NIA court drops Makoka charges against Colonel Purohit and other accused. Charges to be framed under Unlawful Activities Prevention Act. Malayalam actor Parvati files a police complaint against cyberbullying after she receives death and rape threats for criticizing actor Mammootty's misogynistic dialogues in a film. Rampant gang wars in the premier education hub of Quota. Mirror Now investigations reveal how the crime syndicate preys on unsuspecting students studying in Quota. In an attempt to curb air pollution, Delhi government appoints home guards as environment marshals to become the eyes and ears of the Delhi Pollution Board. But can the plan be practically implemented? All right, let's kick off with the big Mirror Now impact. Now, after we questioned Bengaluru police on their approach to ensure safety by curtailing celebrations during New Year's, Bengaluru police has now made special arrangements, rolling back their earlier decision to segregate public places based on gender. Extra streetlights will be installed. Police personnel will be deployed to ensure that no untoward incident takes place. Let's go across to Shrija, who's joining us at this point. Shrija, Bengaluru has been in the news this time for its New Year celebrations for various reasons, not really good ones at that. But now we understand that there has been several steps taken by the police to ensure that New Year's goes off smoothly. Take us through what are the various steps that are being that will be implemented now this time round.
Well, clearly, there are elaborate security arrangements that are in place, especially here in the Central Business District that we're talking about. Here is the Brigade Road, MG Road and Church Street. Of course, the police commissioner did mention saying that considering the tender show project is on, especially on Church Street, they will think about it, whether to shut it or not to allow people especially to celebrate, because still the work is on and not complete yet. And to talk about the security arrangement, nearly 15,000 policemen and women will be deployed at various vantage points to keep an eye, especially on any untoward instances. That apart, there will be 500 police women deployed in the Central Business District. This is, remember, this was the same area. In fact, we are talking about the Brigade Road, where last year we did see several instances, several cases of mass molestation. Of course, we did question the police commissioner this time again about if there have been any cases or any developments as far as mass molestation is concerned. Of course, he did say there was nothing as such, but of course this time around they are being extra careful, because remember, we are talking about even drones that will be set up by the Bengaluru police to keep an eye. There will be a lot of other praying eyes. That apart, there will be nearly 500 CCTV cameras and nearly 50 cameras will be installed within the Central Business District, because this was the same area which had reported the mass molestation. And of course, we did report how the Bengaluru police was mooting the idea of introducing, segregating the sex or the gender based on a 70:30 ratio. But clearly now the Bengaluru police commissioner has cleared that as well, saying that everybody will be allowed to celebrate New Year's Eve, even especially on the Brigade Road in the heart of the city. And that apart, the transport, we're talking about the public transport like metro services have also been extended till about 2 a.m.
All right, Shrija, thanks for getting us all those details. Let's also listen in to what the Commissioner had to say as well.
We will be deploying almost 15,000 personnel, that includes officers and men. And we will be deploying 1,500 home guards and civil defense personnel this year for giving a secured atmosphere for the people to celebrate New Year. The Brigade Road and MG Road, which are more the places where there will be a huge congregation, we are making special arrangements by the way of the coverage by CCTVs. We are putting 250 exclusive CCTVs on the Brigade Road and Just Street. We are making a lot of floodlight arrangements, and we will be putting some restrictions on the congregation of the number of people. We will be taking into account the carrying capacity of the road. Over and above, if there is there, then we will be diverting the people. The Church Street this year, the tender sure works are going on. There are a lot of wires and potholes are there. So there will be some restrictions on the movement of people so that they should not get hurt while walking on the roads.
So one last question here. Of course, last year, due to last year's instances, we understand that the former Home Minister had come out saying that he is going to, in fact, ask the police department to install CCTV cameras. Have all that promises now been fulfilled at least?
Yes, we have already have in place 1100 CCTVs working already. Besides that, for this exclusive purpose, I am putting 500 CCTVs across the city exclusively. Then I will be using some drones also to cover and see that no untoward incident takes place. And if anybody indulges in any such type of incident, very serious action will be taken against.
What's the advisory to the public?
Advisory is celebrate the New Year happily. Don't go and wish forcefully to somebody and cause irritations to them. Don't go on drunken driving and yelling at people. Celebrate happily so that your new year brings you happiness than sadness.
One last clarification. Why is that you are shutting down the flyovers?
No, the flyovers, the past experience has shown us there were a lot of accidents have taken place and a lot of human loss has reported. So that is the reason, because one, people will be doing, driving at a high speed. Second, they will be under the influence of alcohol. That's the major reasons we will be cutting down some hours.
All right, so clearly seems that the police, they're ensuring that no stone is left unturned as far as the celebrations for New Year in Bengaluru is concerned. But let's get to the big story that we're tracking today. Harassed, abused, threatened on the internet. Malayalam actor Parvati has now filed a police complaint against cyber bullies after she was viciously trolled for speaking her mind. She was threatened with acid attacks, rape and even death. And all of this simply because she criticized certain dialogues in the Mammootty starrer Malayalam film Kasaba. Let's go across to Vivek for more details on this. Vivek, what was the response as far as the police is concerned when she went to file the police complaint?
Yes, the police was, very much cooperating with this the investigation, as far as I know, because the Cochin Police Commissioner is investigating this case ever since 2 days back. That Parvati has given the URLs of the various trolls that has been sent through the especially through the social media for the last 2 weeks. The police has been investigating it, and a person called Printo has been arrested now, and he's been questioned. Now, what police says is that they're very confident that everyone who is behind this troll, especially this misogynistic, comments being passed in the social media against actress Parvati, will be arrested very soon. Now, what they say, this incident happened on the final day of the IFFK, where actor raised her voice against glorifying misogyny on the screen, hitting at Mammootty film Kasaba. Parvati had said that, I had watched a film recently, to my bad luck. With all respect to the makers, the film disappointed me as it featured a great actor spitting totally misogynistic dialogues. A lot of people feel cinema reflects life and society, so when a superstar mouths such a dialogue, people think that it's sexy and cool. So this is what she exactly said, and which was not taken well by the so-called fans and the frenzy, social media mob, basically taking her, basically, and also using very filthy language. Some of them even saying that they'll use acid attacks. Some saying that, they'll kill her. Such kind of comments, which actually forced her to, raise a cyber complaint. Now that's been investigated. Now, yes, as you said, it's a very worrying trend right now in Kerala, because in the last one month, we can say there are around 3 incidents of the same color basically being raised up, especially taken up by the cyber police. One against a poet, one against a VJ, in Doha, and other was against the 4 Muslim girls who danced in public in Malappuram on the day of on the World AIDS Day.
Right, right. All right, Vivek, stay with us. We're also being joined by Nirali Bhatia, a cyber psychologist on the phone line. Thank you very much, ma'am, for joining in. What is your response? Because we're seeing this kind of a trend that is only increasing and getting more and more intense as far as the attacks are concerned. For small things, in this particular case, it was just voicing of an opinion, of in fact, misogynistic comments that this actress felt that were there in this film. But we're seeing this increasingly, becoming more and more vicious.
True. See, we need to understand firstly, it's the medium. It's the nature of the medium that is giving it an extreme format. The kind of anonymity that can be, maintained on this medium. It's not like trolling wasn't happening before. Okay, there have been incidences where we have said something against someone more influential or someone more known personality. There have been effects, but yes, now this medium has made it very, very easy to reach out. And the anonymity that it offers is the key, is the key ingredient in the kind of extremities that we are being able to see over here.
Right. Right. So how much do you believe that the content of the films, that we are seeing very often, there are several films, not just in Malayalam, but in several languages, which romanticize, ideas such as stalking, etc. How much do you think that those issues and those points really contribute to the way people act online?
They do contribute big time. See, we have always been a society where we have always looked upon to film industry's idealists. Masses follow them. There is a cult following of superstars, no matter whatever industry, whether it's Bollywood, it's Tollywood, or it's Collywood. So definitely what they are saying, while they say it's coming from the real society, it's also vice versa. It's influencing big time to the society as well. So definitely there has to be a filter over there, what kind of messages they are giving out, And that is the byproduct. What we are seeing is exactly the same.
Right, right. Nirali, would request you to stay on the line with us. I'm going to go back to Vivek. Vivek, if you're still with us, have these particular comments, etc., been taken down now? And do we know whether the concerned social media authorities have been contacted in order for this? All right, I think we've lost Vivek. We'll try and reconnect with him, but I'll go back to Nirali Bhatia. Nirali, as far as, these incidents are concerned, what more do you think needs to be done? Of course, strengthening cyber laws is one thing, but from a mindset point of view, what needs to be done to ensure that people don't hide behind the anonymity that you were talking about of such platforms?
So, see, I will just say 2 points over here. One is, if we understand the psyche behind a troll, there are 2 types of people who engage into these kind of activities. One is the one who's actually, trolling is nothing but an act to create a disrupt in an ongoing conversation or in a group where the motive is vengeance and another is getting attention. So if they have audience, this is going to grow more and more and more. And this medium is, the outreach is so broad that audience is very easily available. And number 2, the trollers are those who are not the initiators, they just accidentally get onto this without understanding the implication. Like I may be a novice and I do not have any intention and I may just put a comment on someone. And if I start getting audience, the activity motivates me and then I go on an outreach. So the thing is, what we need to really understand is that, as we all talk about freedom of speech, but with freedom always there is responsibility attached. So while we do not understand the responsibility, I think we should stray from these kind of mediums where the outreach is so vast.
Right. All right. Joining me also on the phone line is Geeta Menon, activist as well. Thanks very much for joining us. In your view, in such cases when an actor has this extent of a fan following, is it not his moral responsibility, moral duty to sort of come out and condemn this kind of behavior?
It's very true that is his responsibility. But finally, the bottom line is, who cares? If they can get away with any kind of speech, or they can get away with any kind of assault on anyone's character, they don't mind doing it, because time and again examples have shown how this medium that is being used is where you can be invisible also. You're not face to face with anyone when any dirty thing can be thrown on your face. So you escape responsibility very easily.
Right. Ms. Menon, please stay on the line with us. We've got S. Mahesh calling us from Coimbatore. Hi, Mahesh. Thanks for calling in. Go ahead. What would you like to say?
Yeah, good evening, ma'am. I severely condemn this online trolls which is happening of late in India. Because for each and everything, people have gone into this online and sending some shabby or unworthy, news to the people and creating trouble. And creating fear psychosis. I think the cybercrime laws should be made very stringent. And those people who indulge in these kinds of activities should be punished very severely so that others refrain from. Now, even school-going students and college-going students, they have got all quality mobile phones and they send rubbish messages to unknown numbers. It's quite pathetic that we are stooping to this kind of a level. And my sympathy is with actor Parvati. Poor lady says she has been unnecessarily harassed. The cybercrime the law should be very stringent. And the person who does these kinds of things should be severely punished. Then only people will learn a lesson in this country, madam. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for calling us and sharing your views. I'm going to go back to Geeta Menon. Ms. Menon, we've been seeing increasing instances of this kind. And as I was saying earlier, the intensity of the attack seems to be getting more and more vicious. Do you think one of the main reasons for that is the anonymity that one has when using these kind of social media platforms?
Of course that, because those who do it are finally cowards. If they can come out bravely and do it openly, then they would be insulted outright. There would be eggs thrown on their faces, So because you are such a coward, you can only use this kind of invisible medium. But it need not be invisible for long. If we have when the youths are doing in this country where some videos are taken openly of gang rapes that they do and then it is uploaded, when they can get away with doing that. So unless companies social media companies or Facebook, Yahoo and all these companies get together and have very strict regimes and laws in place related to this, the kind of content that can be, abused and not abused online. Because otherwise there's no accountability. I mean, anyone can get on to trolling and anyone can get on to attacking people.
Right. Nirali Bhatia, coming back to you, in this particular film, that is being spoken about here, the kind of comments that the actor Parvati was actually talking about are extremely misogynistic in nature, and we also understand that they were received with huge applause by male members of the audience. That itself shows the kind of mindset and the way people think, really.
Absolutely. And it's not only that, it's, as I said, people idealize. So if whom I'm looking forward to, looking upon to, if that person gets away with these kind of things, I kind of, thinking is the biggest load on a human mind. And that is the reason cult following happens, where somebody else is thinking and I'm just following. So the responsibility largely lies in the public figure who has these kind of followers. So it becomes their moral responsibility to actually filter what are they propagating.
Right.
It definitely is required.
Absolutely. I'm going to go back to Vivek, who's back with us on the phone line. Vivek, my question to you was, have these comments that are in question here, have they been taken off the concerned social media platforms? And also, do we know if these social media platforms were also contacted to deal with this?
See, the most of these comments have been taken out from the social media. After the investigation, most of those people have taken back the comments. But the thing is, the cyber police is investigating the whereabouts of these people who have put out these trolls, because even in the earlier cases, there has been various challenges, especially in tracking, because if you look at the previous cases, the similar cases, most of these people were still yet to be tracked. They were not able to arrest anyone. But in this case, one person has been arrested and he's been questioned. But apart from that, no one has been arrested. What the cyber police says is that there are various loopholes, especially in this social media, basically, where they can come out with different accounts, they can come out with bogus accounts. So it is very difficult to track them. But yes, what the police says is that they are tracked a few people, and they will be arrested soon using different IP numbers and different systems. So they are tracking various people on this, but still now we don't have any idea exactly of how many people have been tracked and what is the course of the investigation. But yes, what the police says is the investigation is going on in the correct way.
All right. Thanks, Vivek, for getting us those details. And thanks very much, Anali Bhatia and Geeta Menon as well, for bringing your perspective to this very crucial issue that seems to be only intensifying. And we need, of course, like has been mentioned, strong cyber laws to deal with this before it becomes worse. All right, let's shift focus now to Quota, which is a small city that is home, in fact, to big dreams. Its bylanes churn out doctors and engineers by the hundreds year after year. It has become a mecca for students who are aspiring to crack India's toughest entrance examinations. But the city has a darker side to it as well. Beginning today in a special four-part series, we get you Quota's Untold story. Mirror Now's Aishwarya Paliwal went on ground to find and expose the gangs who are terrorizing students who live and learn in Quota.
Quota's teeming bylanes peppered with hoardings of coaching classes that will help you crack the toughest of entrance exams are also home to a dark secret.
ये बोलते बस वो उन्होंने मेरे चाकू उड़ा दिया यहाँ पे, तो बोलता है जल्दी से निकाल दे जो भी है।
लोकल सपोर्ट इज देयर?
हाँ, यस मैम।
अच्छा, एक बात और बताओ, क्या वैसे डर लगता है अभी जैसे तुम रात को जाते हो बाहर?
अभी उस दिन के बाद हमने रात बजे के बाद उस दिन के बाद, पर फिर भी डर सा लगता है कि कुछ भी हो जाएगा।
The intense competition seen within the four walls of these coaching classes playing out on the streets as well, where rival gangs slug it out for supremacy. Caught in the crossfire are students, young and vulnerable. Many of them are living alone for the first time in their lives.
दोनों लोग साथ में थे?
जी, दोनों लोग साथ में थे। ये हम बाइक पे थे, ये बाइक के पीछे बैठा था। हम दोनों आदमी आ रहे थे उधर से, तो एरोड्रम के पास उन्होंने गाड़ी से रोक के मारपीट की।
अच्छा, कोई इसका कारण कुछ पुराना कुछ ऐसा हो जिसकी वजह से ऐसे मारापीटी की हो?
जी, बहुत पहले बस आफ्टर क्लास होती है झगड़े, तो बस झगड़े की वजह से गाली गलौज उन्होंने दी थी, तो हमने भी देख मैटर ख़त्म हो गई थी, कुछ बातें नहीं थी, बट उन्होंने बस देखा और बोला यही लोग थे और उन्होंने मारना चालू किया। एक्चुअली हमें पुलिस पे पास जाने में डर लगती है, क्योंकि उन्होंने सुना कि उन्होंने बोलने की गैंग बहुत बड़ी है, तो यदि हम लोग पुलिस पे जाते रिपोर्टें होती है तो फिर वो लोग को पता चल जाती है, तो फिर उन लोग मारते हैं। ऐसा पहले भी हुआ है।
Victims of these gang wars are numerous and not hard to find. Mirror Now spoke with quite a few of them.
लड़के आए ब्लैक पल्सर पे, आते ही बस पूछने लगे कि कहाँ से हो, तो मैं बोला कि तुझे क्या मतलब है, तो साथ वाला दोस्त बोला कि एलन से। बस उन्होंने ये सुनती, तो मैं बोला काम क्या बता, ये बोलते बस वो उन्होंने मेरे चाकू उड़ा दिया यहाँ पे, तो बोलता है जल्दी से निकाल दे जो भी है। मैं बोला कुछ भी नहीं है हमारे पास, मैं देख ली खाली जेब पड़ी है, तो बोलते निकाल दे चुपचाप, दिमाग ना ख़राब कर। फिर मैं गाली दे के बोला उनको, तो फिर उन्होंने और ज़्यादा मतलब दोस्त को चाकू पेट में चाकू मारने की कोशिश करी, मतलब ऐसे डरा रहे थे।
The gangs operate with brazen impunity, secure in the fact that few students will muster up the courage to register a police complaint, and those who do often find themselves up against an entrenched bureaucracy.
पुलिस से बात भी की कई बार, लेकिन कोई मतलब कि रेस्पॉन्स नहीं मिला हमें कोई भी।
वो और बोला कि तुम इतने सारे क्यों आए एफआईआर दर्ज कराना, एक भी आ सकते थे, और उसके बाद में तो कुछ नहीं हुआ।
मेरे दोस्त के साथ भी सेम केस हो चुका है, उन्होंने रिपोर्ट लिखाई थी, बाकी रिपोर्ट भी लिख नहीं रहे थे, वो सेम केस हुआ था, बिल्कुल मदद नहीं करी थी और बोल रहा तुम क्यों ऐसे मोबाइल चलाते हो रोड पे।
Instead of giving Mirror Now a straight answer to the questions that we were asking, we spoke about the gang wars that are taking place in the city currently. We spoke about the drug menace. We spoke about the loneliness that children here face. Unfortunately, Mirror Now was not able to get an answer because the district magistrate kept on saying that they are looking at the issues that the city is facing. They are looking at everything that is being done, but no concrete answer from the administration whatsoever.
I'm speaking with the police on it. And yes, we will make sure that the students who are coming to Quota with a lot of hopes and aspirations, they should be able to fulfill their aspirations, and at least their parents should feel safe about sending their kids to Quota.
Generally अपन कोई ऐसी चीज लागू नहीं की जा सकती, लेकिन जनरल वे में जो स्थानीय पुलिस है और जो स्थानीय थाने हैं जहाँ पर इन बच्चों का ज़्यादा पाला पड़ता है, वहाँ पर हमारा प्रयास यही रहता है कि वहाँ पूरी तरीके से उनको पूर्ण रूप से सुविधा, पूर्ण रूप से न्याय और पूर्ण रूप से उनको सुरक्षा मिल सके। कई सारी ऐसी घटनाएं जिन पर हमारी लगातार नज़र रहती है और उसके लिए हम बार बार एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन को बताते रहते हैं और प्रयास करते हैं कि उस चीज़ का वही निराकरण हो।
Police stations across Quota record 200 cases of violence and theft on an average every month. Every year, about 1.5 to 2 lakh students make Quota their home as they prepare to appear for India's toughest competitive exams. The question is, while Quota's coaching classes may guarantee success, can the institutions and the local administration guarantee the safety of those who come here to secure their future? With Aishwarya Paliwal in Quota, Devlina Dey for Mirror Now.
The city where dreams come true.
यहाँ के बच्चे डिप्रेशन में भी जा सकते हैं। कुछ तो है जो हो रहा है वो सही नहीं हो रहा है।
The city that churns out IITians and doctors.
कोटा पढ़ने वालों के लिए स्वर्ग है, न पढ़ने वालों के लिए महास्वर्ग है।
Has a dark secret underbelly.
ईयर में 31 सुसाइड हो गया था कोटा में।
चाकू डाल दिया यहाँ पे, जल्दी से निकाल दे जो भी है।
Suicides, drugs, sexual abuse.
He sent obscene messages and porn videos.
आप हमें दोगे तभी रहोगे।
Are your children safe in Quota?
जिस इंसान को फादर मान रहे हो फिर वो ऐसा मैसेज करे। अगर कोई भी ऐसी इशू होती है तो गांव वाले इतना समझ पाते नहीं।
Watch Quota, the Untold story. All this week on Mirror Now.
On that note, that's a wrap on this edition of The Big Story. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned to Mirror Now.